Hey guys and gals, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Relax with RimWorld, Episode 3. And the three of our survivors here, Logan, Leon, and Nick, have all been doing a good job at eking out something of an existence for themselves. Now, it's probably not, the most efficient or the most impressive existence, but it's an existence nonetheless. So, we completed some research last time that's going to allow us to start getting some metal production on the way. So that's probably going to be our focus today. We want to get that up so that we can start advancing, starting a little bit further down the tech tree, and eventually we'll be able to start looking at expanding into our proper base, which will be in here, and this will just be a kind of outpost for us. So we're going to go under, let's see, production. Here we go. Metalworks. So this is the workstation version of the metalworks station kind of processing area, and this is what actually turns metal into utility metal. So we need to do that first to be able to use it over here. I think, however, we don't have a ginormous amount of metal. We have a fair amount, so we're going to let them work on that for a little while. We've still got some construction to complete over here as well, and we're going to chuck down a door here too. Because we like doors. Right. Okay, how are we doing here? We're okay for food for now. It should be good for like another day at least, but we are going to have to look into doing something eventually to get a little bit more going. So Logan might have to go out hunting again. One thing that I'm a little bit concerned with is that we haven't really done anything towards securing the base, making it safe for them. So we might look at doing that now. We're probably going to try and build something off the sides here. If we build too far back or around here, then that gives any enemy that lives, lands down here, the chance to just sneak up along here and get real nice and close. And we don't want that. That's going to be pretty bad news for us. I didn't see this before, though. I was just going through it just before, and that will be fantastic for Leon. I'm just going to chuck a few here, because I just want to see what the difference is between them. So let's have a look at the difference between the spear and the sword. And to do that, I believe, let's see, damage is 15 from the spear. Okay, and what's the damage from the short sword? 14. Okay, so we'd love to get Leon a spear made, because that would be really handy in a raid. So he essentially just needs wooden planks and metal. Is it just normal metal? Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so we actually have that. So we could theoretically tell Leon to jump straight to that. Oh, he's going to be making some wood planks first. Because we're actually out of them. Okay, that'll be why. That's okay, we can forgive him for that, that's alright. There's one other thing that I'm going to do over here. It's good that Nick's working on these stone blocks, but we're going to actually want to add another one in here as well, which is make scattered rocks. Let's see, let's put that up to do forever as well. And what that will do is that these little things here will be turned into these here, scattered rocks. We're going to need quite a few of them, because we're going to be building sandbags. Sandbags you can shoot over the top of, and it stops anyone getting too close to any of your fortifications, so that's going to help us out a great deal. Awesome. So we have metal synthesizer up, so we need to add a build there, which is going to be synthesize raw metal, and we're going to go do forever for that as well. Alright, I'm going to get Nick off that for now. Let's see. Actually, oh look, we're out of metal already. Okay, so Leon is going to have to get his mine on. So this here is the metal that we need to try and get out of the hills. So we're going to go to orders, mine. I'm just going to tell him to mine some of that out. I'm just going to quickly check the overview and just see how the mining is. So we probably don't want Logan mining right away at least. So we're just going to chuck him down on a 2 on his mining. Let's see. Actually, it probably wouldn't be too bad because he's not doing a whole lot else, but we will have a bit of construction going on in just a moment. So we'll probably hold off just until then. See how they're doing. I'd like to get Nick to finish the next piece of research as well. So I'll let him do that for a little bit longer. How's it going, Leon? Okay, he's getting a few planks done, which is nice. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with the amount of blocks that we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get Leon away from there and leave that alone for now. Now, Nick, Great. He's going to come over here and do that. Just going to turn this off for now. We can always turn it back on later. They're going to get a little bit of their metal mining done. Let's see, what do we need here? Just more metal. Okay, so we should be able to get the metalworks up really, really soon, which is good. Well, it's another day done. Time goes fast on this tiny planet as it revolves around its sun, but they've got a little bit done today, which is good. Let's see, what's our food situation like? We're still okay for now, but that food ain't gonna last forever, so... And they're off to sleep now. Okay, so while they're asleep, we're gonna have a look at building some kind of protection. So if we go into security, we've got some sandbags here, so we can build a basic kind of protection area. I'm probably going to just quickly, let's see, that stockpile isn't going to work there anymore. We're going to deconstruct that as well, and we're going to move it around the corner. Right, there we go. Okay. Probably going to have to move that stockpile around there as well. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that stockpile was just rock chunks and blocks. Let's see, chunks, great. And blocks are under that as well, fantastic. We'll turn corpses off, we don't want corpses to go there. Okay, so we're going to have a look at building our first kind of line of defense. So we're just going to see how quickly we ran out of those scattered rocks, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we're just going to build that out a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to, once we actually do get some utility metal going, we're going to make these things called metal embouchures. So if we go into structure, there it is. We can make them out of silver at the moment. We can make them out of stone, but they're just going to be a lot stronger if we can make them out of the utility metal. So we're going to hold off for now. Essentially, those are just walls with little slits in that allow us to fire our guns through. We don't want to have too many of them because it means stray bullets can come through there as well. So we'll we'll try and leave that for later if we can. Let's see. We're going to try and do the same thing on the other side, so we're probably going to have to do that at this point here. So we'll just look at, actually let's see. That side's a little bit different, because you will obviously get sight down that way from here too. Why don't you just build out a little bit further on that. So we'll allow them to be able to shoot from kind of here, and directly at the front. But this side here, we're probably going to have to build back a little bit almost, because they'll be able to get sight here, but I'm a little bit worried about that way. We'll put it here for now, and if it does end up being a problem, we might have to move it. We'll just leave a little bit of a space for them to be able to get into this zone as well. Okay. Yeah, so if this actually came back a little bit further, it'd be handy. You know what? We can do that ourselves. I don't think it's going to work having that there. So they're putting some of these sandbags together now, which is good. Actually, now that I think about it, we need to chuck down... Let's see. It's been built, has it? Nope, it's just being built now. Okay, that's good. As soon as it's done, we're going to be able to make some more scattered rocks as well, so we can chuck down more of these sandbags. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're going to go from about here. Actually, you know what? We'll go all the way there. Okay. There we go. So it's a little bit different from that side, but we do have more kind of space for them to come through, more places to hide, so we need to be able to hide too. Okay, let's see. That's done. That's good. So we're going to add make scattered rocks do forever. So we actually need them to get in on that sooner rather than later. So hopefully Nick will be able to get started on that. You know what? I'm going to tell him to do it. Logan can finish off any construction that needs to be done. I'm pretty sure we're all out of scattered rocks now. Okay, Nick's getting some research done. Okay, that actually helps us out. Nope, he's taking scattered rocks down there. Right, I see. Or actually, yeah, chunks. Right, got ya. We do need to get some research done soon, but right now it's not absolutely crucial that it gets done. Food is okay, at least for another day or so. It probably is going to run out, though. That's the only problem. It'll spoil, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, because his priority is here, he's going to take the stuff up here right away, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It means that he's going to be able to get most of it built, at least. We can probably actually look at building the walls as well, just the basic structure out of the stone blocks. So here we want to have somewhere for them to shoot through. So that means we can actually... Will that work? We'll find out. They should be able to shoot through that. I think it's enough of a gap. Let's just say, I hope so. Not 100%. So that's kind of what that will be looking like. We'll just put it back to here as well, and we're probably going to have to order that this tree gets cut down. And then we'll be able to put a door in there as well. So, I'm fine with just using wood door for now, because anyone that does come around there... Actually, you know, we're a little bit low on planks, so maybe we won't. Let's go stone. Why not? There we go. Okay, so we can have a look at doing this here as well. Stone blocks. We need to have corners for them to be able to shoot at. Okay, so same kind of deal here. We also need them to be able to shoot out of that little bit there, so we're going to leave a gap for now. And you know what, let's leave a gap there and there. That should about do it for us, I think. I'm just going to have the door here. Now, how's this coming along? Great, okay, it's been done. So we need to get some of that metal synthesized sooner rather than later, and we do have some there already, which is great. I'd like to get that spear done too, because Leon does need to have a good weapon. That machete's okay, but it'd be much better if he has a proper melee weapon built just for killing people. Okay, so what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to get Nick priority 1 on research. We're going to get Leon, he's going to be doing more of our crafting tomorrow. We probably don't need him to be mining as much right now, so I'm just going to chuck him back on 2. And then I'm going to put this down to 1, because I want him to be getting some of this stuff done. I'm probably going to tell him right away to go here and make his own spear. But we'll wait until they wake up. We can just fast forward time a little bit. Logan's the first one up, and what are you up to, Logan? He's going to be building a stone wall. Okay, that's alright. Great, so Nick is getting his research done, which is awesome. I think Leon's going to be going to get a bite to eat. That's okay. He's eating raw meat at the moment, because all of our other stuff is spoiled, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's just hope he doesn't throw up. We're going to need to tell Logan to go out and get something for us. So as soon as he's done there, we're going to prioritize the crafting workstation. We just want to make sure he gets something to eat. Great. Okay, now what have we got nearby? We've got a board just here. Okay, so Logan should start shooting. And he'll be able to shoot past these sandbags as well. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Let's see if he does any better this time. Alright, good. It was standing still, so I expect you to get that. Don't hit the cobra. Alright. These can bleed out by themselves as well over time. So if you just leave them alone, they will eventually die out. Okay, Leon, did you actually finish that? Okay, now you're grabbing the middle. That's alright. This isn't too far away. It's a decent way that it's actually going to add a lot of time in. Whenever we do any kind of construction, eventually we will start hauling that stuff here. That's why having someone extra is so handy, because I think almost always the first person that I get, I end up making them become pretty much just like a hauler and a cleaner, because that's another thing. All this needs to be cleaned up eventually. It gives them a better kind of environment. They feel a little bit better about it. How are we doing, Leon? Making a lot of noise. I didn't expect making a spear to be such a complicated process, but apparently it's a really complex spear. Okay, there we go. He's dropped it on the ground. We're going to tell him to pick it up. He's just going to leave his machete there, which is fine. Actually, no, sorry. Aha! Pistol. He didn't have a machete. I thought he did. I thought you made him one earlier on, but I guess not. That's okay. He's got a nice spear. So that's gonna be really good. If we do get, you know, a lot of people coming, we can just run back in here, have him wait, and as soon as they come in, he can just start going at them. Great, okay, so we've got some food up, which is awesome. We do want to get it prepared though, so we're going to get Logan, hopefully, preparing raw meat. Fantastic. He was just a little bit too hungry. What's this? Okay, so that's the wiki button. It actually takes you out to the wiki, so thanks for the flashing wiki button. But yeah, I hope the recording's still okay. Seems to be going fine. Alright, Leon's getting the most of this done now, so I'm feeling a little bit better. We've got something of a somewhat more secure environment for them to live in. Let's see. I would love to get Nick synthesizing some metal. He's so close to completing that research, but we need to get that done sooner rather than later because they're going to be those embouchures. I think that's how you say it. Where they're going to be the slits that we're going to be able to shoot out of. Okay. A buzzant hill is erupted. Buzzants have come forth to find food within the area. The buzzant hill will not stop spawning buzzants until you destroy the buzzant hill. Buzzants tend to eat every food they set their eyes on. Okay, so there's not many of these guys here now, but you can see that, well, there's a ton. They can be a real problem, especially if you've got crops and other things. I mean, they're eating through this area really, really fast. So it's unfortunately getting close towards night, so I'm going to allow them to sleep, but first thing tomorrow morning, Logan's going to go out there and he's just going to start shooting them one by one. It's going to be a good target practice for him. He's going to be able to get a little bit of skill up that way, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. These buzzant hills here, they take quite a while to kill as well. The buzzants themselves are pretty easy. I've never been attacked by one, so I don't know whether or not they can actually attack you, but you can see they can be quite devastating on the area. Because if you leave them alone, just more and more keep coming, and to the point where they'll just destroy this whole area. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. So that's our first thing that we've got to deal with. First kind of trouble that we've run into here, which isn't too bad actually, because they're on day 9 now, so that's not too bad. 9 days here and they haven't had really any major problems yet. Who knows how long that will last for though. They might as well enjoy it while they can. Okay, so we've got more than enough sandbags at the moment, so I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to put stone blocks back on. Yeah, put that on do forever. Right, we've got some utility metal, but not too much. We're going to need a lot more than that. It's good to have a nice stockpile, because then, you know, whenever you do need to make anything, you can just right away. And so with this workstation over here, we can make a whole heap of different things. These equipable tools, they help with all these different actions that you can do around here. So the pneumatic pick, for example, will make mining a lot faster, but the worker has to have that enabled. So I think they're kind of better for when you have, let's say, like a much larger colony, because then what you can end up doing is just having people that are just dedicated to that, and other people that are dedicated soldiers, so they don't always have to carry a weapon around. We're not too far off completing that research as well. That's going to help us out, because it's going to give us the ability to, I'm pretty sure, makeshift contraptions. Yeah, so that's the very, very start of energy harvesting for us. So it's not 100% necessary at the moment, but it's going to help us out a ton once we actually get to the point where we can start utilizing energy a little bit more. We can get some lights on. The doors will open faster once we get auto doors. It's just, it helps out a lot. Eventually we'll be able to build some really basic turrets too, which will help us out with our defense, because we can chuck those kind of out the front of here and here type thing, and they'll be the first line of defense for us. I'm probably going to let Nick finish researching this, just so we can have it done that way. How you doing, buddy? Close. Good. Okay. So we're going to chuck on basic furnishings next, so that's going to allow us to build beds and flooring and just make the place a little bit more like a home. It's going to make, it's going to give them a lot of positive moodlets. So we're going to tell him to stop researching now, because I'm happy with that. Let's see, crafting 2, constructing 2. Okay, no, that's all good. So hopefully, if I tell him to move away from there, he's going to go start crafting. So he's going to be starting to make some planks. I'm okay with that. We don't have too many of them. I would like some metal made, but, you know. Let's see. Leon, you're going to go grab some of that, aren't you? Smelting. Fantastic. That's good. Teamwork. I like it. Now that we've actually got a little bit of metal there, we'll be able to place them at least. I think we can actually afford to build that. This we won't be able to, but that's okay. Oh, so close. We actually do need some more scattered rocks. That's crazy. Okay, alright. So we're going to go back here into builds, and we're going to allow that. That's hilarious. Oh, we have a group of travellers from Writer's Stream. You chose an interesting time to arrive. Let's see. Yeah, see, these are colonists as well. You know, they're a little bit more well armed, and some of them will actually have armor. None of them seem to. But there are some tribespeople in the area, so I think we'll be seeing those before long. I've completely forgotten about the buzzards. It's how easy it is to do. So you can see how many there are there. It's a ridiculous amount. We can actually use them for food too, so it's not all bad news. So what I'm going to have to do here is just put hunting out on all of them. So Logan's pretty much just going to go crazy now and start hunting all of them. Let's see how he does. Ah, come on, buddy. Let's see what your shooting is at. It's really high. Like, that's the highest I've ever seen someone shooting. And, okay, he got a hit. That's good. So he's going to start walking those back one by one. We might have to just pull our resources here. I want to get this complete, though. I'm going to let them finish this, but as soon as that's done, we're gonna have to all team up to try and take down the Buzzard Hill. That's probably going to be the top priority. So I'm just going to draft them. Okay, let's grab everyone. We need to take care of this. Let's see. Are they actually going to be able to attack it? I think I have to just move them in close, and then I'll be able to tell them to. It's getting dark, so it's not great. Okay, Logan, you go here. Here. Nope. Ah, there we go. Whoop. Get him to go there. Now fire there. You fire there. And Leon, actually you're going to have to come around the side to bash that, because I don't want you to get hit by any gunshots. There's a high chance that Leon's going to get hit there, so I'm actually just going to tell him to go home. Okay, and this is going to give Nick a little bit of shooting practice, and they're killing some buzzards at the same time, so I'm going to tell them that they can be gathered. They are missing terribly. Come on, guys, you can do this. Okay, so we're starting to take some health off it. Nick is still missing pretty badly. It's going to take a little while, so we're actually going to come back to them. We're going to let them do that for a little bit. A Muffalo shaman from the Red Tree people is visiting the colony. She's named Purple Stinkbug. Okay, so this is kind of more of a tribal person that I was talking about. So if we have a look at their gear, we can see that they have slightly more primitive equipment, but you know, it's by no means, you know, not able to hurt you and do damage to you. So it's best to keep them on your good side. We've got quite a few of these here, so they're going to be okay for meat. They don't obviously have a lot of meat on them, but it's something at least. They're slowly getting this place down. You see just a whole another lot of them have spawned. Jeez. So they're going to get really tired by doing this, but it's unfortunately something that's got to be done. Yeah, see, his rest is getting a little bit down. How's Logan doing? He's okay for now. We're just going to try and get as much of it done as possible. We will have to break them eventually. Obviously, Leon's been able to have a full night of sleep, I'd like for him to complete this here. He should be able to, but we're out of stone blocks. It took a lot more than I was thinking we were going to need. So, as soon as Leon's woken up, I'm going to tell him to prioritize his stonecutters table. So hopefully he'll be able to get a little bit of that done. Because it'd be nice to have, you know, both these two kind of defensive positions set for us. Just going to fast forward until he's awake. There we go. Okay. I think he wants to get a bite to eat. Let him do that. And then we're going to rest these poor two up here because they've been doing a good job. And they're going to need a sleep. Come on, Leon. Chow down. Okay, we'll read what that is in just a second. You've detected a cluster of cargo pods crashing nearby. Perhaps you'll find something useful in the wreckage. Okay, cool. What do we got? Gun parts. Okay. We probably won't need those right now, but that's potentially useful in the future. We'll be able to make our own weapons. So that's quite cool. So occasionally that can happen. So these are cargo pods that would have been part of these their original ship that are still up there in space. And slowly as they orbit around, they eventually lose speed and then eventually end up dropping back down towards the planet. So that'll happen more and more throughout the game. Again, it's a completely random event, but it can be quite handy. They can have some pretty cool stuff in sometimes. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay, you got about halfway, so let's rest you for now. You've done a good job. You've earned some food and some sleep. Okay, Leon's going to be getting some of that done. Good. Okay. He's just checking out our stockpile. That's okay. She, rather, sorry. She's carrying bowlers as well. The buzzant made it all the way over here. Yeah, see, that's why they're trouble. I mean, they've absolutely devoured this region. Majorly so. Ooh, okay, not far off finishing that. Good. Nicely done, Leon. Great. So this should be a nice, reasonably defensible position for us. At least I hope so. We never know how it will do until we actually end up taking on our enemies. Hopefully these sandbags in front as well will help block some of the incoming fire. So it can get through these holes, but having this here as another line of defense, it'll help a lot. At least I hope so, that's the idea. Looks like Logan's just gone straight back into working. Yep. I'd actually rather he rests, but I'm just going to let him shoot for a little while. We'll get his ability up a little bit. But yeah, we're really going to have to get them on to taking care of those. I think he's going to go and haul that one back, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to let them have a full night's rest, and then the day after that, we're going to get them to attack the Buzzant Hill again. Otherwise, they're going to eat us out of house and home. What construction materials are we missing? Okay, just the stone blocks. Okay, Leon, do that before the end of the day, please. Okay, so he's actually trying to make some of these scattered rocks, so we're going to suspend that so that he can just drop that there for now. Leon asks, why do local animals get mad anyway? Well, that's a good question, Leon. What tends to cause them to go crazy and want to attack us, which does happen from time to time, is if, say, for example, if I got Logan to just kill wild boars, eventually they would start to become really hostile towards us and more likely to go on a psychotic rampage. So it's a good idea to kind of split out your harvesting, if you want to call it that. So occasionally I might have to hunt monkeys. And if I only hunt monkeys, then the monkeys will start to really dislike us and will end up going psychotic and coming after us. The buzzants don't do that, at least from what I've seen. They don't have a whole lot of thinking going on. Alright, the visitor's leaving. So they're not too much to worry about. Great! Yay! Okay, cool, that's complete. That's good. No one should attack us from this side, but if they do, I'm going to be sure to have Leon waiting inside to stab them up as soon as they get in. But that's probably going to do us for today. Thank you for joining me. I've enjoyed today. I hope you have too. This has been episode 3 of Let's Relax with RimWorld. I'm Rycon. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, stay tuned.